Marcus, if a board game released a lion into your living room, would you keep playing to finish it, or would you just move?
Move immediately. The lion can have the house.
Welcome back to What If It's Real, where we take urban legends and childhood nightmares seriously. I'm Riley.
And I'm Marcus. Today we're asking, what if you were playing the board game Jumanji and it actually started summoning jungle chaos into your house?
For anyone who hasn't seen the movie, Jumanji is a board game that brings whatever it rolls into reality. Monkeys, lions, stampedes, quicksand, even a big game hunter. And the only way to stop it is to finish the game.
Which sounds simple until you realize you're trying to roll dice while elephants are destroying your kitchen.
Right, so let's set the scene. You find a mysterious old board game at a garage sale. You bring it home, you roll the dice, and suddenly there's a monkey in your bathroom. What's your first move?
Honestly, I think I was hallucinating. A monkey doesn't just appear. I'd assume I was drugged or having a stroke, or this is a very elaborate prank.
Okay, but the monkey is real. It's screeching, it's throwing things, it's tearing up your house. Now what?
I try to get the monkey out of the house. I open doors, windows, try to shoo it outside. I'm not thinking about the game yet. I'm just dealing with the immediate chaos.
But here's the problem. The game doesn't stop. You rolled again to try to undo it, and now there are vines growing through your walls.
Okay, now I'm connecting the dots. The game is doing this, which means I need to read the rules.
The rules are carved into the game itself. Jumanji, a game for those who seek to find a way to leave their world behind. You roll the dice, you move your token, and the game will tell you what happens next.
Very ominous, very unhelpful.
And here's the key rule. Once you start, you have to finish. The only way to undo everything is to reach the end.
So you're trapped in a board game contract. You didn't read the terms and conditions, and now you're legally obligated to finish.
Exactly. So what's your strategy? Do you try to finish the game as fast as possible, or do you take your time and plan carefully?
Speed is critical. Every turn you take releases something new. The longer you play, the more dangerous it gets. So you need to finish before something catastrophic happens.
But you also can't rush. If you roll poorly, you could land on a space that releases even worse. What if you roll and get "a hunter will seek you out"?
Then you have a man with a rifle hunting you in your own home. That's way worse than monkey.
This is our first revelation. Jumanji is specifically designed to escalate. The game wants chaos. It's not random, it's strategic.
It's punishing you for playing. Every roll is a risk. So the question becomes, how do you minimize damage while still progressing?
Well, first, get out of the house. If the game is summoning jungle animals, you don't want to be trapped indoors with them.
But can you take the game with you? What if leaving the house is against the rules?
The movie never clarifies this. Can you play Jumanji in a park, in a car, or are you bound to the location where you started?
I'd assume you can move, otherwise it's a death sentence. But moving means you're bringing the chaos with you.
Right, so imagine playing Jumanji in a public park and suddenly there's a stampede. You've just endangered everyone around you.
So maybe you go somewhere remote, a field, a forest, somewhere with space and no people.
But then you're in the jungle, which is exactly what Jumanji wants. You're playing on its terms.
Okay, different approach. What if you just don't roll? What if you stop playing?
The game doesn't let you. In the movie, the game punishes people who don't finish. The chaos stays. The animals stay. Everything you released is permanent until you complete the game.
So it's not enough to stop playing. You have to actively finish. There's no escape clause.
Which brings us to our second revelation. Jumanji is a trap. It lures you in with the promise of adventure, then forces you to see it through no matter how dangerous.
It's a metaphor for consequences. Once you start something, you can't just abandon it. You have to deal with the results.
Very philosophical for a board game that releases rhinos into your dining room.
Okay, so you've accepted that you have to finish. What's the practical plan?
You need a team. Jumanji is multiplayer. You can't finish alone. You need other players to take turns and help you progress.
But who do you recruit? Do you call your friends and say, hey, want to play a deadly board game with me?
You'd have to be honest. Listen, I messed up. I started a cursed game. I need help finishing it before a lion eats me.
And if they say no?
Then you're alone with a lion, so you'd better be persuasive. Okay, let's say you have a team. What supplies do you need?
First aid kit, definitely. You're gonna get hurt. Fire extinguisher in case of jungle fire, rope in case of quicksand, and probably a weapon in case of the hunter.
Wait, can you fight back against Jumanji creatures? Are they real or are they game constructs?
They seem real, they bleed, they can be trapped, they interact with the environment. So theoretically, yes, you can fight them.
But should you? What if killing a Jumanji creature has consequences? What if the game punishes you for it?
Then you're in a moral dilemma. Do you defend yourself or do you just run and hope you don't get caught?
I'd run. I don't want to find out what happens if I break the game's unwritten rules.
Okay, so you're playing, you're progressing, and then you roll the worst possible outcome. The hunter appeared.
The hunter is genuinely terrifying. He's a skilled tracker with a rifle, and he will not stop until he's caught you. What do?
You hide immediately. Find somewhere he can't see you and don't move.
But he's a hunter. Hiding is exactly what prey does, and he's trained to find prey.
Then you need a distraction. Set something up to draw his attention away from you while another player takes their turn.
So you're using your team members as bait. That's cold.
Survival isn't pretty, Riley.
What if one of your team members gets eliminated? What if they get pulled into the game and disappear?
Then you're down a player, and the game gets harder. You need to protect your team. Everyone survives or no one does.
Okay, final scenario. You're on the last turn. You're one roll away from finishing the game and undoing everything. But the hunter is right behind you. Do you take the time to roll carefully, or do you just throw the dice and hope?
You throw. Speed over precision. If you don't finish now, you might not get another chance.
And if you roll poorly, what if you land on a space that releases something even worse right before the end?
Then you deal with it. You're so close to finishing that you just push through. No hesitation.
That's the right call, because the longer you wait, the worse it gets.
Okay, recap time. The official Jumanji survival guide. Step 1. Don't start playing in the first place. If you find a mysterious old board game, leave it alone.
Step 2. If you've already started, recruit a team immediately. You cannot finish alone.
Step 3. Move to a remote location to minimize collateral damage. Open space, no people.
Step 4. Gather supplies. First aid, rope, fire extinguisher. Prepare for anything.
Step 5. Protect your team. Everyone needs to make it to the end.
And step 6. When you're on the final turn, don't hesitate. Roll, finish, and get out.
The key takeaway, Jumanji is a game of consequences. Every action has a result. The only way out is through.
That's it for this episode of What If It's Real. Next time, we're asking, what if you got a chain email that said, forward this or something terrible will happen, and you didn't forward it? See you next time.